from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're making a run to Wellston, Oklahoma for Pigfest. And after the break, no drivers on this Route 66 destination. I'm Brett. I practiced that 3 times while you were gone.
And I'm Harley, and I didn't practice it at all.
Good. So we're nearing, I feel like on our end, we're nearing the end of the barbecue tournament of champions. Don't you think? Are we getting there?
I don't know. Are we ever getting to Fat Tabs?
So I may phone a friend for Fat Tabs.
We're going to phone it in?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to Fat Tabs, but I think we may have to phone a friend to have them go down there. Jamie, our buddy with Broken Bow Travel Sisters, if you're looking for a cabin in southeastern Oklahoma, all the way clear up to Missouri, get in touch with Jamie and Broken Bow Travel Sisters. Get yourself a cabin. But I think she's volunteered herself to go to Fat Tabs in Idabel.
And give us the rundown.
The lowdown, because I just don't know when I'm going to be able to squeeze. Dude, I almost had you convinced we just drive to Shreveport. That's how far down Idabel is from where we are and how far away we are from getting this damn taste tour out of the way.
Well, he did reach out and apologize for missing us a few times now.
Yeah.
It's just like, I get it. We've got some people with some more specific hours.
Right.
But his are hard to get to.
Let's talk about rock solid hours of operation. Okay, we've talked about breakfast and brunch places 10 to 2. That's the sweet spot. We get it. But 11 to 3 for barbecue, X, Y, how many days a week? That's just tough. Bar P, Durant, Oklahoma, 7 days a week. 8-hour days.
9
hours. They're literally sleeping at the restaurant, and it shows. Not because the food is tired, but they work tirelessly on the barbecue 7 days a week. It's not hard. Maybe it is. But if you want, dude, we put butts in seats, man. We've been selling some barbecue for the last couple months. We sold the out of chicken fried steak.
Our feedback is related to that, by the way.
Pig.
But for 1 second,
I feel like I'm fired. 2 weeks in a row, I'm fired up.
Can I say, in reference to Bar P?
Yeah.
That dude has the biggest hands I've ever seen on a human being.
No, really. He could palm a basketball.
He could palm a small vehicle, dude. He is huge.
And it's not an exaggeration when we say his hands are huge. My hands look like, because we did it. I put my hand inside of his hand and immediately felt my blood sugar tank. Like it was either that or my testosterone left my body.
Yeah.
He's got the biggest hands I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He could probably squeeze a brisket.
He probably does.
That's how he tenderizes the meat. That's how their chicken fried steak is made. He just goes. But yeah, barbecue's out to get us.
It is.
And I'll be glad to get it over with, get a little bit of a break in there, and then we start eating cheese pizza for 6 months. I hope it's not 6 months. I really hope it isn't. But we're nearing the end, and people are, man, you were right. Because a couple weeks ago I said, man, we're just not getting any. We're not getting the juice. The juice ain't loose with the barbecue bracket, the way that it was with the chicken fry. Remember we talked about it? And you said, just wait when we start getting down to the meat and potatoes. Hell, I didn't realize it was going to be a week later. There are people that are...
We're on some hit lists.
We're on the hit list.
Yeah, there are a few people that want us dead.
Listen, this isn't the NAAC or NCAA of pork. It's not. We made, and I'm glad you don't like us. Don't like us. Because there's a lot of people that do. There are 7 people at home right now that like us. But anyway, I don't know if I can talk about another thing that involves a pig and Wellston, but we will.
I'm pumped on this.
Why?
So this August,
yeah,
the pig returns to Wellston, Oklahoma So August 2nd at Rainbow Valley Ranch in Wellston, Pig Fest.
Yeah.
It's a local music festival started in 2021 with local musicians. These are lifelong musicians that run the deal, and they saw how deeply local music festivals impacted other towns.
Yeah.
And so they decided they were going to start their own. And dude, this is completely different and really something that I can get behind.
Well,
I've
it's
got
unique.
childhood memories
Yeah.
relating to things like this. But it is a 2-day music festival on a 160-acre ranch. You've got a great mix of genres of bands and singer-songwriters, that sort of stuff. But the part that I love, this is like a pig roast, an old-fashioned, in-the-ground pig roast.
I've always wanted to go to Hawaii just to do the luau thing, where they roast the pig in the ground and put the palm leaves over it and come back 6 hours later and everybody goes to Pound Town on this pig. This is right up our alley.
So when I was a kid, I went to several pig roasts in Pink, Oklahoma. Some of my fondest memories in Pink, Oklahoma.
A pink pig roast?
A pink pig roast.
Wow.
But I remember like the giant pit.
Yeah.
With the coals in it. And I would, as a kid, I'm 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
I was running beers to people.
Running beer, you're a beer runner.
I had my own little side hustle
running
at the
beer.
pig roast.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how much I was making, but I felt like I was killing it.
Hell, you could have made a quarter of beer back then. It was good money.
I think that's about what I was doing.
Right? Because, if it's anything like, what were you getting paid to remove stumps at one time? Was it 10 cents a stump?
No, it was 50 cents a stump.
50 cents a stump?
Yeah, there was one of our neighbors in Pink was from Alaska, and he didn't like the oak trees. He wanted pine trees. So he started planting pine trees, but all these oak trees are in the way. So he just started cutting them down. And then he'd pay me 50 cents a pop to come in with a shovel and an axe and pull up the stumps.
Wow.
And I'd bring all the stumps up, like at the end of the day.
Like you're trading in Coke cans for quarters.
He took a can of spray paint and spray painted them so that I couldn't bring him the same stump next week.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a pretty, yeah. You had quite a racket going.
I was quite the entrepreneur when I was a kid.
You were.
So back to Pigfest, though. I like what they got going on. They're really focused on local bands, local businesses, local people. Sound familiar at all?
Yeah, sounds a lot like what we do.
So they do a real good job of shining a light on musicians and entrepreneurs from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And this is a great opportunity for you as the listener to share in this activity.
Yeah.
This is an all-day event. It's a free event, free to get in.
Hey.
Free to camp.
Yeah.
They have over 40 local vendors, handpicked vendors that are showcasing a diverse array of products from around Oklahoma, not just the random,
right?
The people who are on tour across the Midwest.
Yeah.
That stop at every outdoor event to sell their, Chinese knockoffs of whatever.
Yeah.
They have food trucks and a beer garden. They've teamed up with really cool local brewers and food trucks again to showcase the best that Oklahoma has to offer. Mm-hmm. And then the lineup for the concert, it's 20 local artists and bands. They've got a Pigfest Spotify playlist loaded up so you can check it out in advance.
Yeah.
But dude, this sounds like a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Something unique.
It is absolutely 100% unique.
Yeah.
But if you are interested in checking this out, their website, perfect. It's pigfestok.com.
Do you know what happens? The only reason why to miss this event?
Why?
Never mind. I was going to say
Rush Springs?
No, I was going to say, how do you go to this event? You sneak up on it because it's so. Well, I was just saying because a unique rabbit, you sneak up on it. That's how you catch one of those. Cut that out. Delete it. I'm leaving it. Did you tell them to check out pigfest.com?
Yes. Check out pigfestok.com.
Well, after the break, you can't drive at this Route 66 location.
So our partner for today's show is Enid SOS, or Enid Street Outreach Services.
Yeah, they're a local nonprofit providing services to low-income, hungry, and or unsheltered in and around the Enid area.
So their program works with outreach, food, showers, clothing, medical needs, and advocacy in and around Enid, Oklahoma. It's a great program. We love everything that they're doing. I'm a big fan of distributing nutritious meals to people who are struggling to find adequate food.
Well, and that's the thing, too. It's so much more than just that. You know, they connect individuals to medical services to address their health concerns, shelter options. I mean, much like anything else, the programs that they offer are underfunded. So a lot of Enid SOS's fundraising is only made possible through contributions and volunteers, private donors, and or supporters.
Right. So whether you're able to volunteer your time, essential items, or make a financial contribution, everything that you give goes straight to them.
Yep.
And it makes a huge difference in what they're doing.
And if you're interested in getting involved, reach out at enidsos.org.
So our news story today is from the Oklahoma Route 66 Association.
You know, when you're getting your kicks on Route 66, do it right here on on our show. Sorry.
Right here where you are.
When you're wanting it, if you want information, stick around. We've got some on the way. I mean, I'm sorry. Cut that out of there. You're not going to.
Totally not cutting that out of there.
Doing it.
But there was a ribbon cutting ceremony to celebrate a new era of putting in the park in Elk City.
Yeah, that's another ribbon cutting we missed. But I remember, okay, so you're a kid from the South Side, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did you move to South Oklahoma City?
My freshman year, I moved there just in time to start my freshman year at Southeast.
Okay. When I was a kid, there used to my first experience with putt-putt. There was a putt-putt course on Southwestern, almost to the river, and we would go there after ball games or whatever. And I absolutely love putt-putt. I don't play near enough, but this thing right here sounds super cool.
So in Elk City, they had a large crowd at Ackley Park on June 2nd to celebrate the ribbon cutting of putting in the park.
Yeah.
This is a newly reimagined Route 66 themed miniature golf course and commemorative fountain display. The project involved the full demolition and reconstruction of the city's previous mini golf course, which had served the community for over 50 years. Mm-hmm. And now in its place, something completely different that celebrates the Route 66 heritage, family fun, and it's right in the center of Elk City, which I think is great. But dude, this is all done through community
through community action, basically.
Community support.
Yeah.
They raised $60,000 to create this Route 66 icon. It includes replicas of the St. Louis Gateway Arch, the Blue Whale of Catoosa, the Golden Driller, Arcadia's Pop Bottle, Cadillac Ranch, 2 Wigwam motel teepees.
Oh, really?
Yes. And there is a Route 66 sign that they designed specifically for Instagram. It's there for pictures.
Just pictures. I like that.
I think it's a great idea.
You see a lot of landmarks doing that, and even small towns have little sections where they designate photo opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about putt-putt for a second.
All right.
You know, seeing some of the old footage from like the 1950s, 60s, 70s, you did have things like this, little roadside attractions on Route 66, whether it's, you know, the concrete dinosaurs or the Flint, you know, like, isn't the Flintstone, the Jellystone replica thing that they had, isn't it on Route 66? Or the Flintstone thing? There's a lot of stuff like that scattered throughout that I wish they would have come back through.
Well, I think a lot of that is responsible for this show.
Yeah. If not for Route 66, there would be no OnlyinOKShow.
I really don't think there would.
No, you're probably right.
I think that trip to the Grand Canyon along Route 66,
yeah,
I think was the real driving force behind this show.
You know what? I think you're 100% right, because had we not seen what 90% of travelers to the Grand Canyon
Miss out on?
It was like, you know what it reminded me of? It's a dumb example, but it reminded me of the trip that the Bradys made to the Grand Canyon or to Arizona, except, in an episode, I think, is Peter the young one?
I don't remember, honestly.
Anyways, he was smuggling hot dogs and a flashlight to one of the Navajo kids at night. It reminded me of that episode of freaking the Brady Bunch, man. It's a trip I'll never forget.
No, we had a lot of fun. I mean, the dinosaur track.
Those don't exist. I've heard that recently, that dinosaurs don't exist.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's the case. 100%.
Dinosaur. I was
Somebody went out there with a Dremel and carved all the dinosaur footprints.
And did it to where they. You know what? If I could see it, if it looked like somebody did the Bigfoot stamp thing, and the feet were too close together, like there's no way that a dinosaur could walk like with one foot. I mean, I get it, but anyway, we saw a petrified forest. Tell me that didn't exist. That's fine, but you're right. I think the trip to the Grand Canyon, doing some things on Route 66, going to some, standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, to going to some old restaurants on 66 really was the hell. That was the.
I think staying at the small roadside motor lodges.
Yeah,
I think it started something, 15 years ago, 16 years ago.
Yeah,
and I just think this is how it ended up. Anyway, back to the putt-putt
thing.
They completed this just in time for the Route 66 Centennial celebrations. It's $3 to play around 18 hole round of putt-putt.
You can't beat it.
They're open nightly from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Memorial Day through Labor Day, and it's only $3 per person.
I would drive to Elk City to play $3 putt-putt on a cool putt-putt course 100% of the time.
Well, if you want more information on that news story, we will include a link in the show notes.
We talked earlier about getting our rump roasts, our pork butts handed to us by the barbecue community.
Like I said, there are some wanted dead or alive posters of us in several barbecue joints around the state.
I'm 100% sure there's a couple of barbecue joints that we're not allowed to be around.
I think that's probably right. But one of them is not Heavenly Barbecue.
No, they love us.
They reached out on Facebook and left us a very nice review.
Sure.
Posted on their page. They said they wanted... It's a huge thank you to the OnlyinOKShow for your continued support of local business across Oklahoma. Your Barbecue Tournament of Champions not only highlights some of the best flavors in the state, but also gives hardworking restaurants and food trucks the spotlight they deserve. We're honored to be part of such an uplifting and flavorful community. Thank you for all that you do to keep the fire burning for Oklahoma barbecue.
Pass it on. We take a lot of heat, pun intended, for something we really had little to do with. Like we said, hey,
who's the best?
Who's the best in your opinion?
Right.
But what it's turned into is your opinion's right, but ours is wrong if we don't agree that your opinion is, and
the thing that I love about the whole situation, though, there are some people that have come to our defense in the comments, and they make really good arguments. And again, looking at the matchups, I agree with the way the votes fell almost every time.
Every single time. And you know what? If you're mad that so-and-so got pitted against so-and-so, that's diabolical. I am diabolical, and it's our barbecue tournament. Take it or leave it. That's what I say. You want your team to win?
Well, it's
vote.
That's one of those situations, though, where
crap.
What?
No, I'm just saying, holy crap, man.
No. It's one of those situations where we wouldn't have known who was the best of the best until after we went.
Yeah.
And so that's part of it. Some of the early on matchups just happened the way they happened.
Because you want to know the truth? If we dropped a bomb, we would drop a bomb on the internet tomorrow, if we told you who our top picks are, and the one that you thought should have won doesn't even come close. And I'll let you guess who they are. But if we had to pick it tomorrow, I'd be done. I couldn't do it.
Oh yeah. No, I would be really, I am going to get emotional when it comes to the people that we like when they start getting eliminated, because there can be only one, Highlander style.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, our favorites are going to end up losing because we have more than one favorite.
But also Jedi style. There can only be one, no more, no less. A master and his apprentice. And there's a lot of masters, and the apprentices are going to have to go to the house because it's going to get ugly. I think once we're done eating the barbecue and we're sitting back and kind of watching the inmates take over the asylum, we're up Misfit Creek without a paddle. Did I say misfit? I meant, you know what I meant. But yeah, this has been a tough one, man.
It's really gotten to the point to where we've had to mature as internet personalities.
Oh yeah,
because some of the comments are very pointed and very negative
and very specific. But anyway, if I would, there was a time we'd have to tell people where to send feedback. I think we're at a stage now where we can't. I mean, we could say email us at, but we're literally we're pincushions right now. It's coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
So
if you want to break through the noise, if you have something, a message that you need the Only in OK show to see,
if you want to be the cream of the crop, do the email thing at OnlyinOKShow@gmail.com. Otherwise, keep hitting us. I mean, trust me, we probably should start reading some bad ones. You know what I mean?
I don't think we should.
We used to do that all the time.
I don't like it. It's too much. There's too many bad ones.
There's too many bad ones. There is too many bad ones. But anyway, this has been the Only in OK show. New content almost all the time.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just like 7-Eleven.
Now, hang on a second.
What?
Let's do a quick call to action. We need 10,000 hours of listening time on YouTube.
No, we don't. We need 3,000 hours.
We need 3,000 hours of listening time in YouTube to hit open water.
Yes.
To live where the big fish live.
So if you can watch our YouTube channel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the next 30 days, then we'll be there.
You remember Lost? We need a bunch of Desmonds that all they do
is push the button.
Yes,
I like that. You have 30 minutes. You can run away from the machine for 30 minutes, but you got to be back to push the button.
Back to push the button.
Yes, I like it.
Well, in the words of Desmond, see another life, brother. This has been the Only in OK show. New stuff all the time. Come get it. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley, and we're out of here.
Peace. It is.
Coming up, it's 3 Dog Night, baby.
You know what I mean?
No, you should totally do it in the Transformers.
All right.
Don't forget, at the top of the hour, we're giving tickets away to Affair of the Heart. Roll out.
You know what I mean?
Perfection. What is Darth Pete speaking of?
Perfection is what we strive for.
What am I doing?
I don't know. Can we do the live thing and hurry up and record?
Well, you haven't asked to be invited.
I never have to ask to be invited. You have to invite me.
I have to invite you, but it doesn't show that you are. Where are you? How do I invite you? Do I hit guests?
I have no idea.
Do I hit guests? Guests. Oh, there you are. Hope everyone's having a great day. You know what? Hang on a second. Turn yours down. I heard somewhere on the internet that someone has a birthday today. Who's got the birthday? Let's see. Show of hands. Who's got a birthday today? Who's got the birthday?
A weird individual.
Whose birthday is it today? Is it Lauren's? Yes, it is. It's Lauren's birthday. She's how old today?
23.
She's 23 and me. She knows a lot about DNA. Oh! Okay. All right, so...
What do you get when you mix human DNA and goat DNA?
Warning. What you're about to see is a scary story.
Does it? You get a deadly highway?
No, you get kicked out of the petting zoo.
So,
come on.
No, listen, Microsoft, that's cool. Microsoft has shit the bed. I don't like the new layout at all. Gmail. Harley is my new best friend for life. Hey, 4 dozen, hi dozen, or no, it's hi there. Hi, Veronica Escalera. I met her at the fair.
At the fair?
The fair. She was nervous about saying hi. And I think it was her sister's like, just go say hi to him. I'm like, I'm a normal guy.
I think Lauren just called me Dad.
Dad.
That's rude.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Daddy. What's the password? Heck yeah, that would be awesome. Thunder in 6. Dude, I just love how my voice sounds in these headphones. It's so cool. What happened? Oh, you got to do the thing. You got to do the, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Did it work now?
It's working, sort of. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Listen to my voice. Isn't it powerful? Do I have a good voice? Huh?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, do I have a good voice?
Has it ever worked out for you to seek
Your approval?
affirming comments from me?
Do you like my voice? In a world where co-hosts are meanie butts.
So when your
It's
dad...
still doing this thing.
What?
It's still loading up. It's not there yet.
Okay. So when your dad passed away...
Yeah.
Before your dad passed away, he... What?
Go ahead.
He told me...
No, he didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
He said, look, Brett gets big-headed, so you got to keep him in line. Don't ever tell him that you love him.
Right.
Don't ever tell him he did a good job. He asked me this favor before he died. He's make sure that Brett's head doesn't get too big.
Well, what I will say is it wouldn't shock me because I love the guy, but he would only tell everyone else. You got to keep me in check, keep me humble. But I'll tell everyone else, and then when you die, everybody's going to go, your dad thought you were the coolest, right? No. Had no clue.
Yeah, no, he said
no clue.
Don't ever tell him any shit like that.
Yeah, 100%. Not now. Let's just get in there. All right.
Your Gmail up there.
No. You just told me to click it, and then you told me to not do it.
No, you said no.
I didn't say no.
Oh my God, there's a recording of you saying the word no.
I didn't say no. Freedom flavors in full throttle. Here's what's going on in Shawnee, Oklahoma. I used to could tag Visit Shawnee in TikTok videos. Not anymore.
That's weird.
Coming up June the 20th, Grand Casino features Lady A. They've become one of the 21st century's premier vocal groups, blending deeply felt emotions with classic country sounds. Opening with Cam Allen. That's an 18 and over show. Hey, don't forget this weekend, though, in Shawnee at the Maybe Gary something. There's a free...
good at this.
There's a free art show coming up this weekend, guys. Hey, don't forget, coming up after the break, Harley's going to do something completely out of character. He's going to be nice to me.